Default text an A-list actor accused of gunning down stray animals. And the email trail leads to Timothée Chalamet? This isn't a Reddit fan theory. It's a firestorm erupting from leaked emails, disturbing rumors, and the fallout of a once-revered actor's decline. At the center is Shia LaBeouf, a man long known for chaos, intensity, and self-destruction. And now, he's being linked to one of Hollywood's most unsettling blind items ever posted. But why is Timothee, Hollywood's quiet prince, suddenly connected to this darkness? This is more than just an email. It might be a warning shot. It started with a blind item. An anonymous submission to a gossip site claimed that an A-list actor with a lot of issues had once driven around Los Angeles, shooting stray dogs. The detail was almost too disturbing to believe until someone noticed the email tie-in. The item alleged that this behavior had been referenced or even confirmed in an email exchange with another major actor. Immediately, all eyes turned to Shia LaBeouf. His volatile reputation, long history of bizarre behavior, and violent allegations made him the prime suspect. The twist? The alleged recipient of this email was none other than Timothée Chalamet. Suddenly, what looked like a vague accusation became a focused storm of speculation, and fans were horrified. Earlier this year, Shia LaBeouf released a screenshot of a private email sent to Timothée. At face value, it was a praise-filled note applauding Timmy's theatrical performance. "Totally electric, totally present," Shia wrote. He called Timothée king of your kingdom. But the internet quickly noticed the tone of the email felt off. Something about the language, something about the timing. This wasn't just an actor congratulating a peer. It felt like a man projecting his inner chaos onto someone else's success, especially when paired with the re-emerging blind item about animal cruelty. Fans began connecting dots, and the image that formed wasn't pretty. Shia's poetic phrasing came off more like manipulation than mentorship. And the fact that he shared the email himself, that raised even more eyebrows. Shia LaBeouf has always defended his erratic behavior as method acting. He slept in parks, pulled out his own teeth, and refused to bathe for weeks to get into character. But many now see this as a smokescreen for something more sinister. The line between preparation and pathology blurred a long time ago. In 2020, singer FKA Twigs filed a lawsuit alleging abuse, physical, emotional, and psychological during their relationship. She claimed Shia knowingly gave her an STD, isolated her from her support network, and exhibited extreme violence. These aren't rumors. Shia himself admitted he had hurt people and was in recovery. But the industry continued to enable him, calling him a tortured genius. That illusion shattered when this email resurfaced and reminded everyone just how deep his darkness might go. And where was Timothée in all of this? Silent. Completely silent. No tweets, no interviews, not even a vague subtweet. It was almost as if he'd been caught in a storm he wanted no part of. But the silence sparked more questions. Did Timothée already know what Shia had done? Why hadn't he distanced himself sooner? Or was he caught between Hollywood politics and personal boundaries? Some fans believe he simply didn't want to give the story more oxygen. Others suspect deeper ties, a past working relationship, or even mutual mentors. Either way, his silence spoke volumes. It created space for the public to imagine the worst. While no official charges were ever filed, the cruelty allegations now hang like a shadow over Shia's already crumbling legacy. The claim that he once hunted stray animals in Los Angeles isn't just shocking, it's monstrous. And for many fans, it changes everything. It reframes every strange method acting story, every erratic performance, every violent outburst. Experts in psychology note that violence toward animals is often an early indicator of sociopathy or deeper mental illness. Fans are now asking the uncomfortable question, was Shia confessing his behavior all along, disguised as art? And why did it take this long for someone to blow the whistle? The industry has started turning its back. He was quietly removed from major films, including Olivia Wilde's Don't Worry, Darling. Directors who once praised his rawness now refuse to work with him. Behind the scenes, Shia is reportedly blacklisted, a term Hollywood rarely uses unless there's no redemption arc left. Meanwhile, Timothée Chalamet's star continues to rise. He headlines billion-dollar franchises, earns critical acclaim, and remains scandal-free. The comparison is stark and symbolic. One actor rides the wave of accountability and emotional maturity. The other drowns in a sea of unresolved chaos. Shia isn't the first troubled actor to be worshipped for his intensity. Hollywood has a long, toxic history of romanticizing self-destructive men, calling them complicated instead of dangerous. But the tide is turning. What used to be edgy now reads as abusive. What used to be brilliant now looks like unchecked harm. Timothée Chalamet represents a new wave. Transparent, emotionally intelligent, and socially conscious. He isn't flawless, but he doesn't hide behind roles or personas. If anything, he's the antithesis of what Shia once was. And that contrast makes this story even more haunting. So what do we make of this? A blind item alleging animal cruelty. A haunting email. A tale of two actors on very different paths. Shia LaBeouf may never answer for what he's done, but the industry and the public are no longer willing to look the other way. And Timothée? He may never speak on it, but sometimes silence is the loudest statement of all. What do you think? Was this a calculated email leak or a confession hiding in plain sight? Drop your thoughts below, hit like, and subscribe. Because in Hollywood, the truth isn't just stranger than fiction, it's often buried beneath it.